you spending too much money on meal delivery services? Are you spending too many calories on takeout? Well, you're in luck because today we're going to talk about meal planning and preparation tips from a professional organizer here on Get Organized with Jodi. Hi, I'm Jodi Granock. I'm a certified professional organizer with over 15 years in the field. And this is definitely a topic I know all too well because I too used to struggle a lot with picking up food from restaurants, getting food delivered from restaurants, wasting a lot of money and calories on all these food items when I could have been cooking at home, saving time, saving money, saving calories, and probably being a little bit healthier a little sooner in my life. So I'm here to share my knowledge to help you get more organized at home. And this is part of our kitchen series. So we have a lot of different videos that you can check out here in our kitchen series. Lots of different ways to organize your kitchen. But today we're going to focus on meal planning and preparation. So the idea behind all meal planning is just that we're trying to plan ahead. If we can think ahead, then not only is that going to help us save money, save calories, we're going to prevent some of those impulse decisions. You don't want to wait to get food until you're hungry because then you're hungry and angry, and we call that hangry, right? So the more we can have things on hand already at home, the more likely we are to eat healthy and save money. So that all works itself into this concept of meal planning. So let's talk about one of my favorite tips right off the bat. When you go to cook something for yourself, think beyond the meal that you're about to have. Can you cook this in a larger quantity so that you have leftovers both in the fridge and maybe even in the freezer? So we're talking about cooking in bulk. This is an example of a dish I used to make. A lot of these ingredients came from Trader Joe's. I would get one of their stir fry products, and it would come with chicken, and I would buy some additional vegetables and I would cook those up. I would also get some of those microwavable brown rice packages. And so I would cook this in a large enough quantity that I could get at least 4 meals out of it. So I was essentially making lunch or dinner for myself, and at the same time putting aside 3 more meals because I don't mind eating the same thing a few times during the week if it saves me time and money and calories. So this is what I mean by cooking and freezing in bulk. My favorite item to do this with is spaghetti and meat sauce. I really like making spaghetti, but I typically only make it a few times a year because when I say cook in bulk, I mean like army size portions. You can't really tell from this photo, but this is a stock pot. This is a lot of spaghetti and meat sauce, and it made even more than what you see in the photo to the right. We would have it for dinner a few times that week. We would give several containers to friends, and we would fill up our freezer. But the freezer picture is what I want to focus on here, because if you're going to cook something in bulk, you want to think about the way you're going to eat it in the future. If you make a huge pot of spaghetti, you don't want to put it in a huge food storage container unless the next time you plan on eating it, a whole bunch of people are coming over. So instead, you want to put the leftovers in the freezer in different sizes. Like maybe you have a few that are just for one person. Maybe you have a few that are designated for a couple, or maybe for a family of 4. You want to make the portions the size that you would plan on eating it, because otherwise it's going to take too long to thaw things out and reheat them. When you go to put things in the freezer or the refrigerator, just a friendly reminder that Putting things in clear containers is always helpful so you can see what's in there. It's certainly also helpful to add a label, and labels can be very simple. They can just be masking tape and a Sharpie marker, but you want to put what it is and what the date is that you put it into the fridge or freezer. That will help you keep track of making sure that you're not eating something that's gone bad. It's nice to use square containers because they are stackable and you can save a lot of space. You can also save space by putting things in freezer bags, and you can stack those up pretty nicely as well, both vertically or horizontally, as you can see in the picture on the left. Let's talk about weekly meal prep. Why would that be a good idea? Well, for some of the things we've already talked about, right? We want to save time, we want to save money, we want to eat healthier. The idea behind meal prep for the weekly meal prep is that you're thinking about the entire week. What are some things that I can make that I can really stretch out through the week? This is great whether you are part of a big family or whether it's just for yourself. So don't be afraid of doing some weekly meal prep, no matter how many people are using your kitchen. So let's start with some different ideas about weekly meal prep. The first one are breakfast options. You've probably heard of all these before. You can make a series of overnight oats where you've got a bunch of different jars that you've already made. And then all you have to do is add your toppings at the last minute. You can make egg muffins where you are putting a scrambled egg mixture and whatever you like inside that egg mixture into mini muffin tins and baking them. And then all you have to do is reheat them through the week, and they're basically a grab and go option. And yogurt parfaits, same idea as overnight oats. You're basically creating these ahead of time, and then you can always add some toppings to the very top at the last minute. So the idea of a weekly meal prep for breakfast options is, think about if you have a little more time, one day a week, maybe Sunday is a good day for you, that you can spend some time in the kitchen just one day a week, and you can be making all of these items for the week ahead. And then during the week, you don't have to worry about cooking, but you also don't have to go get fast food. Let's think about this from a different angle. So think about a protein. You can take one roasted chicken and cook that again once during the week. Perhaps on Sunday, you have some free time, or Saturday afternoon, you roast a chicken. You can use that chicken for the entire week. Here's just a few examples of what you can do. You could take the carcass and some of the meat and turn it into chicken soup. You can cut up some of the pieces and make a stir fry with veggies. You can put some of the meat on a barbecue chicken pizza, or you can make a chicken salad and have that for sandwiches for lunch throughout the week. So there are websites like the one listed here, don'twastethecrumbs.com, where you can look for budget-friendly options like this, where you can really stretch your dollar by cooking a protein and then using it a bunch of different ways. One of my favorite things to do when it comes to weekly meal prep is grab and go snacks. So when I go to the grocery store, I tend to do my food prep right when I get home from the store. So sometimes you can buy products like you see in this photo of like cheese sticks or individual servings of hummus or apple slices where they're already portioned out for you. But other items you can do yourself. If you buy a cantaloupe at the store, for example, or if you buy a bunch of grapes, go ahead and do the washing, do the cutting into the chunks, and put those away so that with the melon, it's already done for me. If I'm hungry, the last thing I want to do is carve up a melon. But if I know there's already a container of melon chunks in the fridge, I'm a lot more likely to eat it. And then when it comes to things like carrot sticks or grapes, sometimes I will go ahead and portion those out. So it's not even grabbing the bag of grapes, it's grabbing the little baggie that has the right amount of grapes. So if you are someone who's watching what you eat, if you are calorie counting or portion control, this can help you a lot. Just do this when you're not hungry, so that when you are hungry, it's already ready to go. Hence the name Grab and Go. Now, you can do this at the store sometimes. So the photo on the left, we have trail mix, but it's not a bag of trail mix. It's a bag full of bags of trail mix. So Trader Joe's has already portioned out the trail mix for you. So you can just grab one of the smaller bags and take it with you. But you can also do this yourself. So on the photo on the right, you've got a big bag of popcorn, and you can take some freezer bags or plastic storage bags, and you can portion out the amount. You can look at the suggested serving size, and maybe you go exactly with that and measure it out, or maybe you change it a little bit. But the point I'm making is that if you're someone who tends to mindlessly snack through an entire bag of something, this is a way to have a little more portion control. Go ahead, when you first come home with these purchases, go ahead and sit down and portion them out so that when you are hungry, you're ready to just grab a snack and go. Another way that you could do meal planning is to be involved with a meal kit program or meal services. So there are some meal kit services like Blue Apron where they send you all the ingredients and the recipes. They've already done all the measuring for you. You cook the meals. The nice thing about that is if you like that particular meal, you've got built-in recipes going forward, and you can always branch off on your own and make changes to the initial recipe. Maybe it's a jumping off point if you're trying to learn how to cook for yourself or your family. There are other meal kit services like Factor where they make the food for you. They've already prepared it, they've portioned it out, they've done everything for you. It goes right into your refrigerator or freezer, and when you're ready to eat it, you just put it in the microwave. I go to a meal service program. Now, Fit Flavors is local to my community, but there are lots of these types of stores all over the country. So they usually have a storefront location, and you can either choose items from their refrigerated case and just buy things as you want them, or you can pre-order meals for the week and just come in once a week and pick up what you ordered online from their company. Now let's say that you're looking for something a little more creative, social, and fun. How about a meal exchange? Picture this. You create a weekday meal exchange program with 4 of your friends. So there's 5 of you. What do? On the weekend, everybody makes one item, and you all make something different, and you make 5 family-sized portions. So one person might be making lasagna, another person might be making enchiladas, another person might be making tuna casserole, so on. So each person makes one thing, but they make 5 family-sized portions of it, and then you just get together and you do an exchange. So you go home with the one thing that you made and 4 other meals that you didn't make. So you made 5 meals for the week, but you only cooked one thing, and now you have a variety of food. So that's pretty fun. I hope this has given you some ideas on how you can save time and money and calories by doing more meal prep at home. I encourage you to visit organizingmagic.com for more organizing resources, including our free e-newsletter and information about our monthly Zoom webinars, which are also free. And remember that new videos drop every Friday. So be in the know and click like and subscribe before you go so you never miss a single video. I'll see you next time.